We're so happy to see you here. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to the Ann Arbor Civic Chorus Annual Fall Concert. I hope you all got a program. You'll see that we have a variety of styles in our program, a variety of composers, and a little later on, we'll ask you to sing along with us. So make sure you have a program so that you can do that. We're kicking off our program with More I Cannot Wish You from Guys and Dolls.
Merry music while you're
can't help but program pieces that are uplifting, considering that I'm still celebrating the fact that we get to sing together in person. I'll never take that for granted again. And this next piece that we're about to do is by American composer Morten Lauridsen. And if you've come to our concerts before, or if you have somebody in the chorus, then you might recall that way back in March of 2020, we were supposed to sing for Morten Lauridsen. He was going to be at EMU, and we were going to have an hour to get to sing for him and have a workshop with him. A great opportunity. And we were going to be singing this following piece with a bunch of other choirs. So, of course, that didn't happen. And I've been waiting to have enough singers back in the group that we could do this wonderful piece, because it does require a lot of voices. And I think you'll enjoy this one. Sure, on this shining night. So one of the composers that we're highlighting today is Florence Price. You might have heard of Florence Price because she's finally getting her due and being performed more often. She's an African-American composer who is mostly known for her orchestral works and piano works, but she's also written some beautiful choral pieces and art song, and you'll get to hear one of her art songs later on. Apparently, way past her death, in the last 10 years or so, a lot of her music was found in a summer home on the East Coast, and now it's being published because a lot of her music was not published during her lifetime. But now major orchestras are performing her pieces, and it's just beautiful. And so this first piece that we're singing is called Poem of Praise. And she liked to set American poets, and so this is an American poet, Elizabeth Coatsworth, who is known for her depiction of nature and animals. So please enjoy Poem of Praise. Florence Price piece is very contrasting. It's called Resignation, and when you hear it, you'll probably agree with me that it sounds like a spiritual. And definitely a lot of African-American composers have set spirituals, and especially in the 30s and 40s when she was living and composing, a lot of composers wanted to blend the spiritual tradition with the Western classical tradition. And what I think is unique about this piece is that it's not a traditional spiritual, it is an original that Florence Price wrote herself. So this is Resignation. So I always like to feature the sopranos and altos. The tenors and basses will have their own piece shortly. But first, I'd like to share with you that art song I was talking about by Florence Price. It's called Night, and I'd like you to listen to the imagery. It's really gorgeous. And it's by a poet called Louise Wallace, not widely known, but she was a school teacher in Kentucky, and she won a national poetry competition. But otherwise, she isn't published. So I wonder what the history is there, because a lot of people don't know whether Florence Price actually knew her personally. Either way, it's a gorgeous art song, and it features our soprano, Sarah Morten.
Night come.
Isn't that gorgeous? So now we're changing to a different genre, different composer. Woody Guthrie, folk icon and activist. And you may or may not know, but this year marks his 110th birthday. So we're doing a little bit of Woody Guthrie for you. And so we're featuring the tenors and basses and some soloists and a guitarist on This Land Is Your Land. In just a minute, once everybody's back on stage, it's your turn to sing with us. But first, I wanted to tell you about two exciting things that are happening. The first is that next week, Sunday, we are doing our second annual community holiday sing at the Carytown Farmers Market. During the pandemic, we did a lot of outdoor singing, and so last year we did our first annual outdoor, and it was really fun. So we're just going to keep doing it. So anybody is welcome. We're singing Christmas carols. We're outside, we're bundled up, we've got lights, we've got lyrics, so anyone is welcome, and you're welcome to come sing. It's very fun. The other thing is that next season, Ann Arbor Civic Chorus is celebrating its 40th anniversary. Pretty cool, right? And so to celebrate that, we're going to be commissioning a piece. Commissioning a piece is costly, and so we've already started our fundraising for that. So you probably saw all of the adorable crafts that were outside in the lobby. One of our sopranos, Louise, wave, there she is. Louise crochets and creates this wonderful artwork, and she is donating proceeds from the sales of her crafts to the commission. So if you are so inclined to help us with that, we would be very grateful. If you would like to give a donation, there is a donation box outside. You'll see it, should be labeled. And you can make checks out to AAPS, but make sure that you put Ann Arbor Civic Chorus in the memo so that we get it, not the schools. So thank you very much if you are so inclined to help us with that. Finally, so as you know, Woody Guthrie, of course, was quite the activist, and a lot of his music was activist, but that was several decades ago. There is a new generation of social justice music out there. Some of you may have heard of the Justice Choir movement. There are some younger composers that had put out a call for new pieces for protests, for social justice, to be sung at protests. And so we've learned some of those songs, and one of those pieces you're going to learn with us today. It's called Resilience, and if you look in your program, you'll see the lyrics. And if you are able, I'm going to ask you to stand up for this, because we're marching while we're singing this, because it is a protest song that you sing. It's a good time to stretch your legs. Don't be shy. Excellent. All right, so you've all found the lyrics, and we will teach it to you. And then once you've learned your part, you keep singing your same part. Tenors and basses will keep singing your part with you, and then you'll hear some other parts that go along with it, but you just keep doing your own part, okay? All right, so it goes like this. Start marching. Too fast.
Resilience, we are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience, make a new plan, stand up again.
the Guthrie piece. This is not our last piece, even though it's so long, it's been good to know you.
Is a
So that was the African Prayer of Peace in South African choral style. And now we're moving on to some sacred folk music in the US. This is Unclouded Day. So now we finally get to the piece that I named this program after, One Voice. Many of you probably know the Wailin Jennies, female trio, and this is one of their most famous pieces, and I've always loved it, and I love the message that's in it. All of us singing together as one voice. And we're featuring Ed Deal on guitar for this. Thank you so much. We have an encore. You're in luck. So, this is a piece by American composer Amy Beach, Peace I Leave With Thee.